This one is the most critical part. In fact, when you're buying a property, if you negotiate well, you're going to come out a winner on the other side. You've done your planning, you've done your strategy, you've looked at several properties, you've finally zeroed in on one or two of them. Now it's rubber hits the road. Let's see what you're made of. Can you actually win by negotiating a good position, a good advantage, perhaps save some money, get better terms, get better inventory, etc., etc., etc. I'm going to give you some food for thought in this video, just so that you can actually start thinking a little bit beyond just the average Joe who tries to negotiate on property as they would in one of the bazaars in Egypt or Pakistan or India. Okay, you say 100, I say 50, and we'll meet somewhere in the middle. Rather, I'm going to give you a little bit of a plan around how you can play this to your advantage in an ethical, honest, without lying manner. Okay, guys, you've heard the age-old adage. Okay, knowledge is power. Abhijit, you've heard this? Knowledge is power. Okay. I always like to say this, that knowledge is power, but perhaps it's only half power. True power comes when you leverage this, okay? So if you leverage this with tools, okay, if you leverage this with tools, you're going to have true power, okay? True power. So just having knowledge is not enough. You've got to be able to leverage that knowledge to get real power, or play with that power, or to be able to implement it. How do you do that when you're negotiating, okay? First things first, okay? First, let's focus on the knowledge side only, and then I'll show you how you leverage that knowledge, okay? So what's the first thing you need to start with? You've got to have a clear objective of what you're trying to achieve, okay? So here it is, clear objective. But you know what? It would be rather ingenuous or not very smart to have an objective without understanding market pricing on a particular property. This is where you've got to get knowledge. So you're working both sides. You're trying to get from the market the price, the transaction, the trends, the highs, the low, the future, where the price might be. With this kind of knowledge, you keep evaluating and you keep sharpening your objective, because it's going to make no sense if you want to buy something at $60 an hour or $60 per square foot when the price is 100 at the market. In this scenario, your goal is completely unrealistic. At the same time, if market price is 100 and you're willing to pay 99, again, you're going to be losing out. You're paying too much, right? Now, you've got to get knowledge on the market. Obviously, you'd get that from professional guidance, working with an expert. We'd guide you through and through, okay? The second part you need to get knowledge on is the actual seller, okay? So you want to understand the seller's situation, okay? Is he desperate? Is he motivated, or she? What about the 4Ds? What are the 4Ds, okay? The 4Ds is pretty simple, okay? So in the 4Ds, it's either divorce, death, departure, or debt that's forcing this person or this woman or this man or this company or this fund, whatever the case might be, they need to sell this property to exit for whatever reason, right? So this knowledge is what's going to actually allow you to then position yourself to leverage it with the tools that I'm going to talk about right now, to then be able, okay, so let's talk about this. As I told you, that just having the knowledge is not enough. You've got to be able to then leverage it, okay? So now, let's just assume that this side was all knowledge gathering. Now you know enough about the market, you know enough about the seller. Now it's time to use the tools and leverage it, okay? I'm going to talk about very simply. There is a gentleman, I forget his name, but he talks commercial real estate online. Every time he puts an offer in, he sends the booking form with an actual check. Okay, guys, listen, this is very critical. When you're trying to negotiate a special price because you've done your research and you're putting in an offer, even in the Dubai market, don't do it verbally. You've got to put your money where your mouth is, put it on the table. Can your check be misused? actually no, it doesn't happen. But we as agents protect you because we hold the check with us in escrow to present it to the seller, just so that the seller knows that we're absolutely serious on the offer that we're making. And if he counters or if he considers our offer seriously, we're ready to go full service ahead, right? We're ready to close on the transaction. They want to know if you can actually, in a specific number of days, because remember, if there's a death, if they're departing from the country, if there's debt, they want to know that you can close a transaction in 5 days. How will they know that? I've been on the seller's side where I was willing to give a discount to a particular buyer as long as the buyer could confirm that they could close the transaction in 7 days. But if they couldn't, which generally they aren't able to, I'm not going to give them the special pricing they're looking for. But if they're looking for a price for me to close the transaction at, then they have to show me the willingness and the ability to close the transaction within a certain number of days, right? Don't forget, part of the, actually, you know what? I'm going to just adjust a little bit over here. A little bit on the knowledge side, you've also got to assess the agent who's representing the seller, how well they know them, right? Because if they know them very well, you can actually leverage the agent to actually help you get psychological advantage on the seller in a fair way, creating a win-win, explaining to them that you're able to close the transaction within a specific number of days or given a certain number of time frame to be able to close it super fast. Okay, guys, listen. The main contention that I've tried to get across to you is like, look, try to understand that you've got to have knowledge to have a clear objective that is easily achievable for you, or perhaps it's not easily achievable, perhaps it's setting the sights very high, but at least you should have that knowledge. And then you have to leverage that knowledge using tools. We use OTPs called offer to purchase. We use checks. We actually get into meetings, do round 1, round 2, round 3, round 4 sometimes. But if you go in with a plan, which means what? Let us represent you as professional as possible for round 1, 2, 3, and you come in round 4, right? This is called leveraging what you have as a resource to be able to get yourself the best price. Listen to us. We're market experts over here, okay, guys? If we guide you, then listen to us, right? I've had buyers try to go into the first meeting when I'm telling them, listen, if you don't let us work the seller, work the agent, and you want to go into the first meeting, you're going to likely say something or do something that's not going to be advantageous to you getting the best price. All right, guys, look, mastering negotiations means practicing, gaining a lot of experience, and then applying the knowledge you've gained with the tools that you have at your disposal, and then use an expert. There is a link below. Hit us up. We'd be more than happy to chat, see if we're a good fit. Like, subscribe, and bell icon, and ask us a question in the comment section. Happy to answer. Ciao for now. Hey guys, thank you for watching the video. I hope you liked it. My name is Fahd Dawood. I've been doing this for 15 plus years. I started in Toronto, Canada in 2006, and since 2007 I've been based in Dubai and doing real estate in Dubai. Look, if you're looking to work with me, there's a form below and my mobile number. I do paid consulting. You can also get help from my team for services. If you like the video, press the like button, press the subscribe and the bell icon, and share it with your friends who you feel would be able to benefit from the content of this video. Last but not the least, I'll repeat, me and my team's role is always going to be to help and select the best property for you. Your role will be to invest in that property, and we will in turn invest in your life and your future. Bye for now.